Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to the next tutorial video here on Duct Tape Creations. So now in today's tutorial I'm showing you how to make the Giant Duct Tape wallet. Now I said I was going to show you how to make this wallet in the time-lapse I did on Monday. And if you can check out that time-lapse, I'll put a link down in the description below, so you can check that out anytime you like. So without further ado, let's get started on this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, so let's get started on making your Giant Duct Tape wallet. So now it's pretty simple to make. It takes a lot of tape, so if you're a little low, this may not be something to make at the moment, but it's still a cool creation nonetheless. So what you're going to need to make this is cut out 12 strips of tape that are 12 inches long, and you're going to stick them together to a sheet of tape that is 10 inches in height or length or whatever you want to call it, or width maybe. Okay. So now you're going to take your first strip here, flip it over to where your sticky side is showing. Now you're going to take your second strip and stick it right on top of it, just leaving a little bit of sticky side at the bottom. So just like this. So now you have this bar of sticky side right here at the top. Okay. So now you're just going to fold this in. It's easier if you actually have it facing this way. So if you're working, it's going to be facing upwards. So you're just going to fold this in. It makes it a lot easier if it's facing upwards instead of facing towards you. Makes it easier to fold it down. Cool. Just so you know, so it's a lot easier for you. Okay, so now you're just going to fold that like that. So now you have a nice border on the top here. So we're basically just making a normal duct tape wallet, just on a much larger scale. So now you're just going to continue taking these strips, flipping this back and forth and covering up all the sticky side, until you reach a sheet of tape that is 10 inches high, I guess you'd say. So just so you remember, the strip length is 12 inches long, and you're going to need 12 strips in total. So I'm just going to show you this one more time here. And when you reach the top of the 10-inch sheet, you're going to do the same thing you did here. Leave a bit of sticky side so you can round off the edge, so both sides have a nice rounded edge. Okay, so you just continue like this, just sticking it on. And then once you have the entire sheet done, we can move on to the rest of the steps. So finish making your sheet, and we can move on. Okay, so once you finish sticking together all your strips into the 10-inch sheet here, this is what you should have, and this is what it should look like. Now, it's going to be whatever colors you're using. Right now I'm just using the cookie dough and the pink tape from Duck Brand. So now the colors are all up to you, so it's pretty much customizable. So once you have the entire sheet made, you're going to cut out a strip of tape here that's 5 inches long. You're going to take your X-Acto knife, or you can take scissors if you want. I always prefer to use an X-Acto knife because it's a lot easier. So just try and find the middle of it and just cut it in half. So just like that. So now you have these two little strips here. And I need to put a new blade in this real quick. Okay, let's just try and cut that there so everything comes up. Okay, there we go. So like I said, you should have two strips like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the 10-inch sheet and just fold this in half, just like this. Crease it down at the bottom, make sure the top is even, and just seal it down and make sure the crease is there. Just make sure you have it creased good enough so it stays in place while you're sticking together the sides. Okay, so now you're going to take one of these strips here, okay, and just make sure you have enough pressure on one side so everything stays down in place. So now stick half of it on this side and just seal it down like this. Just make sure you get everything even. Okay, so do the best you can with it. Okay, so now there's going to be a little bit of extra on the bottom here, so you can just trim that off, just like that. Okay, so now just flip the rest of this over to the other side. So just like this. And there you go, that's one side sealed up. And some more stuff may have come over on the bottom, and that's no big deal. Trim that off, or you can leave it there, all up to you. Okay, so now we're going to take the next one and do the same thing on the other side. So just like this. Just keep the top lined up. Put half of it right here. Make sure everything's even and in place. Stick it down. Flip it over. Just cut this off down here at the bottom. Okay. So now just flip the rest of this over. Make sure, before you do that, make sure you have everything lined up at the top. So everything's in place. Okay. So now just seal this over, and just like that. So there you go. So now that you have your billfold right here for the Giant Duct Tape wallet, As you can see, it's much bigger than a normal wallet. Something I actually didn't show you guys in the time lapse is the comparison to a normal wallet and the giant wallet. So here's the one I made in the time lapse, and here's just a normal wallet. You can see the big difference there, so that's pretty crazy. Just thought I'd show you that, if you'd like to see that. Okay, so now that you have the billfold of this here, you're just going to take this and fold it in half, just like this. Okay, so there you go. So now you have your duct tape wallet. So now I'll show you how to make the giant card holders. The card holders for the giant wallet. It's pretty simple. It's pretty much the same way you'd make a normal card holder for a normal wallet, but you're going to need it on a much bigger scale. So for these, you're going to need to cut out 4 strips of tape, 2 strips that are 5.5 inches long, and 2 strips that are 6 inches long. So now you're going to, and I'll explain what these strips are over here in a minute. Okay. So just going to take your first 5.5 inch strip and your first 6 inch strip, and you're just going to stick them on top of each other. So if I can get that off my fingers real quick, I'll show you. Okay, so just like this here, just leaving that bar of sticky side right at the top, so you can peel it over and get a nice rounded edge. So just like that there, really easy. So now this would be the normal card holder, just a lot smaller. Well, a lot like wider. I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it, but that's just a lot bigger. Okay, so now you're going to take your next 5.5 inch strip, stick it down right here in the bottom, just come about halfway onto there and stick it down. Okay, flip it over and you're going to stick the last 5 inch strip right on there. 6 inch strip, sorry. Just stick it right there, and there's your card holder. So now it's pretty much the same way, just the border around the card holder, the sticky border around the inside, so you can just stick it down. So that's pretty much how to make the card holder. It just goes right in the wallet, as you do for a normal one. Okay, so now these strips here that I said I'd show you what they were for, what they're for before. Okay, it just made no sense. But I'd say I was going to show you what these strips are for. Is an easy way to put it. Okay. Okay, so you're going to take these strips here. Now this is for making the ID holder if you want to make like a full set of cards and ID holders in this. Okay, you're just going to take the 5.5 inch strip, sorry, and just stick it down inside. One more. You're just pretty much extending this again, just to make it a little bit longer. So just like that there. So it's a little bit taller. Okay, and you're just going to want to cut out the center of it. So start at the top just like this, and then go down the sides and then work your way through the bottom. So just like this here, and then down on the other side. Okay, and then once more on the bottom. So there you go. Just pop it out. I do need to replace this blade, it's getting kind of dull. Okay, so just going to redo that there. There we go. Okay, so there's your giant ID holder. That's also really easy to make. Okay, so now you can just stick that right in the wallet. And there you go. So now the card holder, you can just stick that in the same way. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so stick it down there. So now you can make that a little bit smaller so it doesn't line up exactly with the top. But that's up to you, whatever size you want to make the ID holder. If you want to make it shorter so it comes down not as far up in the wallet, you just cut those strips of tape in half and just stick them on, so it's not as tall. So that's really easy to do. Okay, so there you go. So now this piece is just a piece of scrap. Okay, so now like I said, you can, if you want to do the ID holder, you can, and then make a full set of card holders or just one. So that's pretty cool. So this, like I said in the time, this is just a novelty item, not really a creation that's useful in everyday use. But this is just a cool creation to make, just to have fun with it. So now, just like I said, it does waste a lot of tape if you don't want to make something this big that's not really that cannot really be used in a daily use, or you can just make this as like something to show your friends. It's really cool. It's up to you, so you can make this if you'd like. I really like making this one, really fun. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. And like I said, if you want to check out the time lapse, I'll have a link down in the description below if you want to check it out. So that's pretty much going to end this tutorial. And if you guys have any ideas for the next tutorial, you can let me know in the comments below, as well as the time-lapse video. You can let me know about that as well, and I'll check out the ideas that you guys let in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. And so if you like this video, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Helps support the channel. And if you also like what you see on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that as well. And actually, I'd like to say hello to a bunch of new subscribers. I just recently got about, I believe, 13 new subscribers or so. So I'd like to say thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy the videos. So yeah, that's gonna end things here. So thanks for watching. As always, just enjoy the one that is duct tape.